Namaste, beautiful souls. Let's begin today's practice in a wide-legged child's pose. So take your knees as wide as the mat, toes to touch. Bring the hands to prayer above the head and allow the forehead to sink softly into the mat. As you begin to focus on the breath, allow the inhales to lift the back body ever so slightly, and the exhales to allow the hips to sink more deeply against the heels. Inhaling slowly and completely, noticing the lift of the back of the rib cage, and exhale, the forehead sinks more deeply into the mat. Slowing down and taking this time to become present in this moment, to allow the day thus far to fall away, the breath to lengthen, the mind to calm. On your next inhale, walk your hands back in towards your body. Come to sit on your heels. Take the left hand to the mat, right arm reaches up and overhead, side bend, palm facing down. Inhale, come back through center, right hand down. Now left arm reaches up and over. Find length in both sides of the body. So try not to crunch on the right side here. Inhale, back to center one more time, over to the left. Pinky leading, shoulder moves away from the ear. Gliding through center, back over to the right. Left arm rainbows up and over. Inhale, come back through center. And now take the knees together, walk the hands back behind you, lifting onto the tops of the feet. So this is a top of the foot stretch. It could be a little bit intense, so stay as high on your hands as you need to. We're pressing the feet in the opposite direction that they normally go. And release. Walk the hands forward, come into tabletop. Spread the fingers wide, wrists underneath the shoulders. Inhale, drop the belly, heart space moves forward. And exhale, starting from the tailbone, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, arch the back, booty to the sky, chin parallel to the mat, and exhale, round, press the space between the shoulders to the sky. Inhale, ripple back through cow pose. Exhale, cat. Coming back to center. Come onto the toes and lift the knees about an inch off the mat, really engaging the core. Lift, lift, lift. Squeeze the navel up towards the spine and release. Reset. Lift the knees just an inch off the mat so your core is really engaged here. Shoulders over wrists and release. Now coming back into your tabletop, kick the right heel to the sky, keeping the knee bent, so pressing the sole of the foot towards the sky, and kick the heel towards the sky 10 times. Keep the hips square, really engaging the glute. And now open the knee directly out to the side using the hip muscles, the really little hip muscles, 10 times, like you're opening a book, like your legs are the pages of the book. And once you're finished with those 10, straighten the leg, opening the toes to the side and lift the leg 10 times. At a bit of a diagonal, you come down onto your left forearm if that helps you with stability. And coming back to tabletop. Come onto the toes, lift the knees, and kick opposite foot to hand. So again, another core exercise, 10 times, kicking the foot through and tapping it with the hand, opposite hand. Once you're done with the 10, release. Come back into tabletop and kick the left foot high this time. Donkey kicks, keeping the knee bent, heel presses to the sky, left glute engaged. 10 times. Once you're finished with that, open the left hip out to the side like you're opening a book 10 times. And finally, straighten the leg, keeping it at a bit of an angle, so a diagonal. Come onto the right forearm if that helps with stability, and kick the foot to the sky, using the outer edge of the leg to lift. Coming back to tabletop, plank, bring the belly all the way to the mat, cobra, squeeze the elbows towards one another, lift the heart, and release. Press it back to downward facing dog. Pedal through the knees, pedal through the feet, lift the hips high, heart space yearns towards the thighs. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale up, high lunge. Take the right hand to the right hip, reach the left arm up and over, side bend. And inhale, come back through center. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back, three-legged plank. Bend the knee and donkey kick the right heel to the sky 10 times, this time in plank. You can always, of course, come back down onto the knees and do it from tabletop. Step it down, bring the belly all the way to the mat, press through the tops of the feet and the hip points, lift the heart space forward and up, cobra, shoulders away from the ears, and release. Press it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through, coming on up into high lunge. Press the right heel away from you, core engaged. Take the left hand to the left hip rather, and reach the right arm up and over. Finding a lot of length in both sides of the body. Pinky leading, palm of the hand down. Smile. And inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back to plank. Bend the left leg and donkey kick the heel to the sky. Really engaging the glutes. Navel hooks up toward the spine. And step it back. Bring the belly to the mat. Clasp the hands behind the back and inhale, lift. The heart space up. And press it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg yawns to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, come on up, high lunge. Maybe taking some more space in the arms by bending the elbows, or bring the hands to the hips now, and bring the back knee in halfway, so the knee is directly underneath the hips, and dip the knee to the mat 10 times. Static lunge pulses. Ooh, it burns, and step it back, high lunge. Take the hands to prayer, left elbow to the outside of the right knee, twist. Press the left heel away from you. Inhale, come up. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back to plank and chaturanga to upward facing dog. Meet me in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg long, yawns to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Take the hands to the hips if you'd like. You can always take them to prayer as well, or keep them above the head. Bring the right knee directly underneath the hips, hips square, and pulse the legs 10 times. Left knee directly over left ankle, right knee directly underneath the right hip. Core engaged. Step it back, high lunge, and prayer twist. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back to plank, chaturanga to upward facing dog. Relax the shoulders and meet me in downward facing dog. Shake the head yes and no. releasing the spine. Inhale, right leg lifts. Rock forward to plank and give me a right knee to right elbow with the leg straight. You can always bend the knee, of course, but if you can, try to keep the leg straight 10 times, coming back into downward facing dog and then kicking the knee to the elbow with a straight leg and plank. At your pace. This is a tough one. Amazing for the obliques. And once you've done it 10 times, you can step the foot through, drop the left heel down, and come on up into Warrior One. Hands to prayer, square the hips, pressing the left hip forward, right hip back. Left heel yearns towards the mat. And clasp the hands behind you now. Lift the heart space, walk the fist down the left thigh. And exhale, humble warrior. Let gravity take over, pulling the fist away from the body, shoulders open. Press into the left heel for balance. Inhale, come back up. Warrior One. Bring the torso over the right leg this time and twist, look over the right shoulder. Release the left hand to the mat. Side plank, star side planks, kicking the right leg to the sky 10 times. You can always bring your left knee down for balance or come onto the left forearm as well. Engage the core, lift the hips. Reach up and overhead. When you're done, plank, vinyasa. I know this is a quick class, so if you need to pause, absolutely do so, and meet me in downward facing dog when you're done. Inhale, left leg kicks to the sky. Exhale, rock forward to plank, straight leg, knee to elbow 10 times. Do it on your count, at your pace. Once you're done, meet me in Warrior One. Virabhadrasana 1, left leg leading, right heel on the mat. Try to get the hips square, right hip pressing forward, left hip pressing back. Engage the core, hands to prayer. Now take the hands behind the back, clasp, funny thumb on top, and open across the chest, look up. Exhale, forward fold, humble warrior. Bend deeply into the left leg and press through the right heel for balance. Gravity opens the front of the shoulders. Inhale, come back up, torso over left thigh, twist to the left. Right shoulder down, left shoulder up. And drop the right hand down, swoop into side plank. Star side plank, kicking the left leg up now. Again, feel free to do this from the forearms or bring the bottom knee down for support. 10 times. Reach up and overhead when you're done. And vinyasa. Bring the belly to the mat. Cobra. Now clasp behind the back, lifting the heels and the heart. Hands clasped together, back bend. And press it back into downward facing dog. Bend the knees, hop forward to the front of the mat, come into yogic squat. Elbows press gently into the knees, hands to prayer, hips heavy, heart high. Take the right hand down, reach the left arm up and maybe clasp if it's in your practice. Switching sides, left arm down, right arm up. Clasp optional. Look over the right shoulder. And come to sit on your bum. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat, knees bent. And you'll hook the right hand behind the right shin, left hand hooks behind the left shin, and reach across to grab the opposite shin. So you'll be a little bit like a pretzel. Hands behind the legs, clasping opposite leg. And rounding through the back, so you roll onto the backs of your sits bones and bring your forehead in towards the knees. This is modified rabbit pose. A wonderful back stretch. We'll come back, reset, and one more time, rounding through the back. You're hooked onto your legs so you don't roll over backwards. But if you do roll over backwards, that's okay. Just come on back. Enjoy the back massage and the fun. All right, release. Lean back, soles of the feet still on the mat. Core engaged, heart lifts, flat back. Bring your fingers behind the ears, elbows wide. Kick the left leg long and bring the right knee to the left elbow 10 times. One-legged bicycle. Right foot down for support. And switch, reset, core tight, lean back, natural curve in the back. Elbows wide, left elbow to right knee this time. One-sided bicycle. And release. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Inhale, grow taller through the crown of the head, and exhale, fold, cobbler's pose. Inhale, come back up. Roll all the way down onto your back. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Press into the heels, press into the elbows, lift the hips high, bridge pose. Take the left leg off of the mat now. Kick the left heel to the sky 10 times, one-legged bridge pose, right foot pressing into the mat. And 10 more. Once you're done with those 20, switch sides, 20 on this side. Left foot down, right heel kicks to the sky. Lengthen the tailbone towards the knee, long back, press into the elbows or press into the hands. And then bring both of the feet to the mat and 20 more double-legged bridge pulses. So just standard bridge pulses now. Bridge pumps. Really squeezing the glutes at the top. I know it burns. You're almost there. Once you're done, release. Bring the right ankle to the left knee and thread the hands behind the left thigh. Figure 4 on the back, or pigeon on the back, whichever you'd like to call it. Gently press your right knee away from you. And if you'd like, you can allow the entire situation to fall over to the left. Lift the right knee high to the sky. You'll notice this gets much deeper into the right hip. And maybe look over your right shoulder. Otherwise, you can always stay in a previous version of the posture. Whatever feels good to you. And move back through center, switch sides. Left ankle on the top of the right knee. Thread the hands behind the right thigh. Pigeon on the back. And you can stay here. Or if you'd like, bring the left foot to the mat, right knee to the mat, lift the left knee towards the sky. And if it's in your practice or feels good in your body today, look over your left shoulder. Coming back up. Take the left leg towards the face now, straighten the legs, hamstring stretch. And take the left toes in the left hand, letting the leg fall out to the left side, stretching the groin. Press the right hip down. You can also do this with a bent knee. Moving back through center, take the foot in the right hand now and inch it over to the right side, IT band stretch. Switch legs, you can keep the left leg bent, bring the right leg towards the face, bend the knee or keep the leg straight, hamstring stretch, flex the foot, press down through the opposite foot. And now take the right foot in the right hand and let it fall out to the right side. A nice inner thigh stretch, press down through the left hip. Switching sides, IT band stretch. Gently press the foot over to the left. You should feel this on the outer edge of your thigh. Just a small movement. And release. Bring the knees in towards the chest, squeeze the forehead towards the knees. Take a deep inhale. Squeeze everything tight and exhale. Release into Shavasana. Allow the shoulders to sink into the mat. I invite you to stay here as long as you're able to enjoy this peace, to enjoy the after effects of this practice. I will see you next time in our next class together. From my heart to yours, Namaste.